tune.
Sock Passe.
What's going on, world? Welcome to another episode of the Team Sock Passe podcast. My name is Glad.
And I'm your boy, Rob. We are your favorite Team Sock Passe podcast show where we interview great entrepreneurs from all sectors of industry. Remember, subscribe, share, comment below. Subscribe, share, comment below. Glad. What's up?
We got a special guest for you guys tonight. We got Ms. Judith Jacques, chairwoman of the Haitian Long Island Chamber of Commerce. What's up, Judith?
Judith. Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you for doing this. We appreciate you.
Thank
How
you.
you been?
I have been amazing. It's just been an exciting year. Just the trajectory of where God's taking me. It's been exciting.
Nice.
It only took us 10 years to finally meet. Let's talk about that story, right?
Right.
Because I mean, when we started, the brand.
Right.
We saw a Belty fee. That was a movement unto its own. Talk to us about that movement.
Yeah, so I'm one of the co-founders of Belty Fee, which was the first nonprofit that catered to Haitian women. Myself and I believe, over 5 other women, we founded this platform. It was really led by Jihan Antoine. It was inspired by her grandmother. And we really wanted to create this sense of sisterhood and a community for Haitian women because we weren't used to seeing that. So when we put it out there, the response was, just astronomical. We were like, well, okay, this is something that's needed. So we started curating events and experiences so we can create that connection and that sisterhood and community.
Wow. And is that organization still around? Or
It is.
Okay.
It's still here. We do some mentorship and so on. It's really led by Jihan. In terms of like memberships and events and things of like, I don't know, sometimes they would meet up, sometimes we'll have connections, sometimes we'll have mentorship programs, but the basis of the organization is sisterhood.
Powerful.
It's like a sorority kind of.
That's so funny you said that because if she listens to this, she'll be like, we're not a sorority. But when we came out, it kind of gave that feel, Sorry about that.
No, it's okay.
You're gonna cut that out, right, Joe? Now I'm giving Joe work to do. So yes, we came out and people.
Put your mic a little closer.
Oh yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. There you go.
We came out and people really treated it like a sorority, like a group.
Got you.
Yeah.
No, I saw the movement. We saw the movement
Yeah.
online. It was very
You guys
powerful.
That is
And
powerful.
we were. How did we support? I forget.
You guys sponsored.
We
We sponsored, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you guys sponsored some gift bags.
Yeah,
Got you. And
yeah.
we never met.
No.
That's crazy.
That was crazy. We
That's
never
crazy.
met.
And then 10 years later,
Here we are.
it was Emma. Yeah, Emma
Yes.
referred us to you, and then
Yes.
here we are.
Shout out
Yeah.
to Emma, man.
Shout out to
Shout
Emma.
out to Emma.
No
Yes,
doubt.
yes,
Good
yes.
people right there. So you've got a lot going. Like you wear many hats.
I do.
Right?
Mhm.
And we're gonna talk about an amazing event that you're doing and organizing next month. We're gonna be
Yeah.
talking about that in a little bit.
Yeah.
Haitians in the Hamptons. Black women in
In
media.
media. Yeah.
Talk to us about that.
Okay. So Black Women in Media is a media conglomerate that I founded in 2014. And the platform is here to honor, recognize Black women and create a sense of community, sisterhood, relationship building, and provide women with career and business development resources. We have a series of, platforms that create a different experience for Black women, whether they're in communications, they're in media, entertainment, television, and film. We have other industries outside of communications, media, entertainment, such as law and education and so on. But the platform is growing to become the #1 platform for Black women.
Wow.
Okay. Ooh.
And
That's-
you also have like an award
Yes.
show. Talk to us about who you've honored in the past.
Absolutely.
And, yeah.
So some of our past honorees are Tamron Hall, MC Light, Deborah Cox, Dr. Bernice A. King, who's Martin Luther King's daughter, Amber Ruffin, and they're like literally we just honored Kelly Price, Yolanda Adams, Sweetie, Spice, Yola, in our pre-Grammy celebration. So our conference and awards, it's this is the 7th year that we're having our conference and awards.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. That was our staple, but then we ended up creating other platforms, as I mentioned before, to highlight and recognize women in other capacities.
So what made you want to start this?
So it was through my own experience as
Okay.
a woman in communication. So even during St. John's, where I studied my undergrad, I was interning. Oftentimes I was the only Black woman in the room or the only Black person.
Mm-hmm.
When I left St. John's and I went into the corporate world, it was the same thing. I was constantly in these rooms, never afford career advancement opportunities, but my intellectual property, my genius, my creativity was taken. And I was supposed to just be happy about it. Just be happy that you're in a room, or you would deal with people asking, well, what do you do? How did you get here? And it was this constant chipping away at my sense of self. And every room that I went into, I was always assumed to be lesser than anyone in the room by, the small gestures that they would do and so on. So I left corporate America. I already had an events firm. I did private events, and then I started leading into corporate events. And then I decided, you know what, I'm no longer going to work at these large corporations. And I transitioned my firm into a business development and communications firm, film production, as well as events production, still maintained. And that's when I started meeting other Black women. Like I never saw other Black women in entertainment, media, communications in any capacity. And I was like, wait, this is an anomaly. Hi, how are you doing? Pleasure to meet you. And, we just started sharing our experiences. And I realized that it wasn't my own experience. This was a shared experience that Black women were facing in the workforce. And that's what inspired Black women in media. So we started off with the conference and awards. I'm like, if no one's going to recognize these women, I will. And the rest is history.
How many of you?
As far as
founders?
I'm the only one.
You're the only founder.
Yes.
Okay.
So you were able to meet Black women in this space by creating your own.
Yes.
That's powerful.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's very impactful.
Wow.
Amazing. Yeah. Amazing. And so what new things are you working on with your company? What new things you got going on?
For Black women in media, we're launching in the fall a $1 million campaign to fundraise our own. We were offered a multi-million-dollar deal by a large media conglomerate to purchase the rights of Black women in media. And if it was 23-year-old Judith, I probably would have taken the deal, to be quite honest.
I'm sorry, can you explain that? Like, what do you mean by like purchase?
Purchase the rights. So Black Women in Media is a subsidiary of Blackstreet. So Blackstreet is my umbrella company, and I operate a few subsidiaries under it. So Black Women in Media is one of them. Then outside of that, we have Black Culinary Expo, Black Art Coalition, Black Celebration Awards, and a few other platforms. So they knew that because we had met previously. They were sponsors in the past. So I had to explain, well, the reason why the name of the company legally is called Blackstreet, it's because of X. So they were like, well, let's take Black Women in Media off your hands and purchase, the likeness of everything that represents Black women in media. And they called me into a room. Funny thing is, they didn't invite the woman that created that space for me. So we honored, she's also a Haitian woman, but I'm not gonna, I just want to say that, women do stick by one another, especially given the right circumstances and environment for us to thrive together.
Right.
But she introduced me to some decision makers, and she told me, hey, Judith, I have some amazing news. They want to meet with you. I think they're coming on board as a major sponsor for your next, year. And we decided to, okay, yes, sure, let's meet with them. Went to go meet with the executives. Every person in that room was white.
Wow.
There wasn't one person of color in there, and there were only 2 people in the room that was white women, that were women. So everyone in that room predominantly were white men. And they sat me down, said, we love what you did with your conference and awards last year, even what you did in the midst of the pandemic. Let's talk about, what is your goals for the next 5 years? So I said, well, I didn't want to overshare because I had prepared a presentation. And then long story short, they just went into their presentation, which was pretty surprising. So I was like, oh, okay, that's pretty interesting. Let's see what is it that they have to offer. They basically decided that they were going to offer me not even multi-millions. It was it was 1.8 million, which was a weird number
Wow.
because where do you get that number from?
Yeah.
Right.
And I let them finish. I realized where it was going halfway through their presentation. And then I asked them one question. How did you dictate the value of Black women in media? How did you come with that valuation and so on? And they didn't even bother to check my background, because if they did, they would have known as someone in business development. I do business plans.
This is what you do.
Right.
I didn't want to say that, but this
Right.
is what I do like every
Right.
single day.
Right.
I'm looking at these contracts. I'm looking at these business plans, creating them. And they didn't even check and see. So obviously they're here thinking this young Black woman is not skilled or educated enough to know that we're giving her pennies to the hundreds of dollars. So I told them, Black women in media is going to be valued at $50 million in 5 years. $1.8 million is not even 10% of what our company's valuation is. And it wouldn't be a smart decision for me to allow you to purchase the rights. And the room went silent.
Bravo.
The room went silent.
That's what's up.
I was really disappointed because I wanted them to come on board as a major sponsor, and they didn't. They may, this year.
It's all good, and there's always somebody, who
absolutely.
will see that value in you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
Like, so as far as financing in the beginning,
Yeah.
like, how did you finance everything yourself?
I did. Every single thing that I've done up until last year.
Wow.
I financed myself, and I had to get very creative to, bring in the money. I had to create sales packages that was, equivalent in value. So, for example, if I wanted $100,000 from Viacom, I could sell $52,000 packages to get that same amount. So I decided to focus on the $52,000 packages with small businesses and showcasing the value and brand visibility, because most businesses do not see that value and investing in marketing. And I got better at it every single year, but it's not a walk in the park. And this is the journey of entrepreneurs. Anyone who's tapping into wanting to be an entrepreneur and a business owner, more than likely you're going to have to invest in your dream before anyone else does.
Absolutely.
That's 100% fact. Let's talk about another hat
Yeah.
that you wear. I introduced you as the chairwoman of the Long Island Haitian Chamber of Commerce.
Yes.
I know you love Haiti. You're all about Haiti.
Yeah.
Talk to us about what that organization is about.
Absolutely.
And its mission.
Sure. So any Chamber of Commerce is there to provide the community with equitable opportunities and resources to really support the local businesses. That's what they're for. But there has been, I would say within the past 20 years, chambers of commerces that are focusing on marginalized communities that don't have the same representation. So I live in Long Island. I was born and raised in Nassau County. I now reside in Suffolk County. But both of those counties, most of the legislators, the political figures, they're all mostly white. So when you think of funding and things of that nature, it goes first to those white-owned businesses. So as a first-generation Haitian American woman growing up on Long Island and seeing how the Haitian community does contribute to our counties and so on, there should be a level of support that these entities, the municipalities, the political figures, and the funding that the state provides to support the Haitian community. So if we make 13% of a community, 13% of that funding needs to be allocated to the Haitian community. But no one is holding them accountable to that. So during the pandemic, even before that, I'm like, we need a Chamber of Commerce. Where's the Haitian Chambers of Commerce? I'm not one to see a problem and not find a solution. So I tried to segue other people into the role, and they were like, no, this is a lot of responsibility.
Right.
That's because people are fearful of the unknown as well.
Mhm.
So the Haitian Chamber of Commerce, the Long Island Haitian Chamber of Commerce, is here to provide equitable opportunities, whether it's resources that are financial, educational resources. You have people who are coming from Haiti who are doctors who now have to start working, common jobs because there isn't a process that is set in place to transition their education here, because of the language barrier as well.
Mhm.
And there's a lack of community. You have all of these multiple organizations that focus on their own, I guess, missions and their goals. And the Haitian community, they're doing phenomenal, but we all need to come together. And that's what the Long Island Haitian Chamber is here to do, to create a sense of community and the diaspora.
We have a great friend of ours, Sandy Kane. She's an attorney, and she works with people who fled Haiti.
Yeah.
They have to stay. They're
refugees.
refugees, and they're trying to get asylum.
Yes.
And she goes to court to fight for that for
Right.
them.
Mhm.
So because
Kudos to Sandy.
right,
Yeah.
and so she these people are lawyers, doctors,
Yeah.
entrepreneurs in
Political
Haiti,
figures. Yeah.
political figures in Haiti, but for whatever reason they can't come back because they're in danger,
Yeah.
and now they're washing dishes and these things of that nature. So you're saying that your organization would be able to help to facilitate
Absolutely.
and getting jobs that equalize what they were making.
Absolutely.
over
So it's not going to happen like, okay, you were a lawyer, let's put you in a law firm.
Mhm.
There's a process, and that's the first step, is creating that process. Well, the first step actually is holding everyone accountable that needs to pour back into the Haitian community, whether it's the banks, it's the funding from the political figures. Like, for example, Suffolk County just got $40 million for small businesses. How much of that is going to the Haitian community?
Wow.
I'm pretty sure Nassau County had the same amount of funding. So our goal is to set experts and qualified individuals to lead these programs. So, for example, in the case of an attorney, the first thing is they need to be a part of an ESL program so they can, transition into the English language. The second thing is creating a relationship with the state universities and colleges where they should, because it's part of their programming, allow for professionals, whether they live here or whether they're coming into the country, to have an opportunity to take prerequisites to qualify. But who's sharing what are the prerequisites for an attorney here? And if that attorney already had their bar, there should be a program that's set here for them to, one, take the ESL program so they can understand and identify the English language, and then two, take the bar here, which more than likely they'll pass.
Right.
Because of how rigorous the Haitian
Right.
educational
Right.
system is.
Yeah.
And then after that, them receiving their JD and certification, then they'll be ready to, pursue their profession in that manner. That's just one small example. But you have entrepreneurs who should have programs that help them transition their ideas into actual revenue. How do you start a company? What are the startup funding? What is, credit programs to make sure that you're qualified and ready, prepared, so you can be qualified for these programs. Incubator programs for other entrepreneurs, professionals, even things as simple as meetups. We need to have a space where we meet each other and we connect and we commune and fellowship with one another, because there isn't many platforms, especially for Haitian professionals.
Awesome.
Gotcha.
And I have to say, like, entrepreneurship is not like one of the top, things that a lot of the Haitian, like they don't praise entrepreneurship too much.
They do, but they don't. They do because, we know Haitian people who are in Haiti,
right,
who have
their
own jardin.
Yeah.
You will get jardin. You get timache.
Right.
They have those things. But when they come here, because they can't identify, how are you going to make an idea a thing?
Right.
Because they had to work hard with their hands to
Right.
bring things into fruition. So their idea of entrepreneurship is different.
It is different, and I think it just needs more mentoring.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
You're right.
And the experience, like, okay, this is how it's done.
Yeah.
So, do you think, as far as it comes down to numbers,
Yeah.
when you in front of a lot of these people and where the money is allocated.
Yeah.
40 million to Nassau,
Yeah.
you said?
Suffolk
Or
County.
Suffolk County. So do you think we're put in a box with other Caribbean islands?
I don't think Caribbean, the Caribbean diaspora is even considered.
They're not.
Because oftentimes by the time we hear that the $40 million was even available, it's already gone. So Haitian people wouldn't even, ignorance is bliss, they say.
Right.
So it's like, okay, what are you talking about? What $40 million?
Right.
It's after you hear it, you have like this sting in your heart. Like, really? You had $40 million and you didn't allocate 13% of that to our community.
Right.
So what I'm doing is making sure that we set ourselves right to have those conversations. So we're not going to just go in and start kicking the door. Give us the money. No, we're not going to do that. Mm-hmm. But what we need to do is build the relationships with the decision makers. It's a political game.
And
it is.
And that's a great segue because that's what I was going to say. So you've got to rub shoulders or rub elbows with
absolutely
the politicians in Nassau.
And it's funny you said that because we do have a handful of Haitian, political figures such as Carrie Salage, Michael Salage, Kimberly Jean-Pierre. All of these men and women have a responsibility, but they're not the Haitian political figures. However, they can be advocates. So using the relationships that we have, as you mentioned, and rubbing shoulders because, Haitian have a thing, that's not going to do you any good with, trying to get to that next level. And any relationships is king.
100%.
Period.
Yeah.
People try to make you feel bad about, you're an opportunist or you're there's nepotism. And so these are words that they use against people to allow you to retract and not pursue opportunities the same way that they do. But best believe that this company that I'm building with Black Women in Media or CCMG, those are for my children. Mm-hmm. And they will be set in the precedence before anyone else. And no one should make you feel bad about that. So anyways, in regards to relationships, it's definitely important for us to be in those rooms and to show why it's important to support the Haitian community. That's my approach.
Yeah, no, I applaud you because changing that narrative is tough.
That's our tagline.
Change the narrative.
Changing the narrative.
Because Haitian, our culture really don't. Yeah, we don't go too. We're not. When it comes to politics, especially, But I applaud you. That it has to. It's a lot of work.
I mean, I had to educate myself too. I started off, especially with Beltifi. Beltifi had a lot of political supporters that we worked with as well. And then I realized that these political figures, they're not. Let's use Barack Obama as an example. When he became president, everybody thought he was going to be our president. Like, our president is in the White House. He is the United States of America president. He's not the Black community president. Now, whether or not he could push bills that support the community, that's a different conversation. But these political figures, they serve the same way. They have to serve in the greater good of their community. But we have to remind them part of that community is the Haitian community.
Absolutely.
Right.
That's our just the ideas of how we're approaching these political figures.
What's your strategy as far as outreach and getting with membership in the Chamber of Commerce?
That's a good question. So these experiences are our number one outreach. The experiences like the event that we're going to talk about in a few, and networking events, mixers, panel discussions, and of course announcements. Digital marketing is like number one because that is the quickest way to reach your targeted audience. So of course we're going to drive digital marketing campaigns to let people know that we're actually in existence, but it's things such as this, sitting down with Jacques-Laguerre, you awesome guys, and sharing our mission and our goals.
That's what's up. What was I going to say? Oh, that's what I was going to say. Haitians in the Hamptons.
Yeah.
I mean, that just...
And you guys are proud media and community partners. Jacques-Laguerre, whoop, whoop.
We're on the committee.
Yes.
You made the cut, Rob.
You made the cut.
You know what I wanted to ask you? Have you been to Haiti? And when's the last time you've been to Haiti?
The last time I've been to Haiti was in 2019.
Okay.
And that
during the pandemic or right before?
Right before.
Okay.
Yeah, right before the pandemic.
Okay.
My brother was in Haiti and they tried to get him, but no. I'm not joking. My brother's
wow.
a veteran, and he went to Haiti, and we had to go down there and handle it. That's pretty much.
Oh, wow.
But before that,
But he's okay now.
Yeah, he's fine.
Okay,
good.
That's good.
Oh yeah, I should have led with that too.
Yeah,
He's fine.
Okay.
But yes, I've gone to Haiti like almost every single year when I was a kid. Being raised and here in America by Haitian parents, they don't care about your American identity. That doesn't even exist to them. My baby's American, you know. So I was 9 years old cooking a full blown Haitian meal, even though I was born here, and
Wow.
I swore I was a tomboy. I have 5 brothers. I have other siblings. It's 10 of us, but the older ones didn't come from Haiti yet. So I'm a middle child, but also the eldest because I kind of was like myself and my twin brother. And our parents made sure to ingrain into us so they understand you're Haitian.
Right.
And they made sure to even secure and sign that deal by, I'm sorry. That was torture.
Yeah.
They was like, we're going to take you to Haiti.
Right.
And they didn't take us to, at first, they didn't take us to the beautiful homes in Pétionville and so on, or excuse me, Port-au-Prince, but they took us to Akaye, which is fine. Woo woo, Akaye. But for a kid who's coming from the United States, going to Haiti in the outskirts of the country, where the bathroom's outside, it was an eye opener. Now that same house, that same land has provided infrastructure and shelter for so many different families. My grandmother's land, and now the infrastructure, you know, they have indoor plumbing and so on and so forth. But when I was going there at like 6, 7, 8, 9, it was just it was very eye opening. I was chasing chickens. I was naming them. I was like, this is Harry, and we're eating Harry for dinner the next night. It was so traumatizing. I've had a dual experience in Haiti. I had a very extravagant experience in Haiti, but I think my parents specifically took us to these environments to stay with my aunt so I can understand how blessed we were having to have our experience here in America. But they also took us to the most beautiful places in Haiti so we can understand that you need to be proud of this country as well, because not only is this the birthplace of your parents and you know, your DNA is ingrained into this country, but you need to make sure that you're able to educate other people about what your country could contribute. So yeah, we were in Haiti like every single year.
So now Rob's going to ask a political question about Haiti. Go ahead,
Rob. No, we'll be here all night. Yeah, like Joe's like, bro, really? Really? You see
They're like, so what he's gonna say is, we have no Haitian president. Right. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, what's up with that?
So
where do you think Haiti needs to go to really get to the next level?
I'll start with the fact that we don't have a president. I think, you know, when we look at Haiti, we need to continue to look at it as a whole, its trajectory, in terms of where it is now. It was by design, you know, it's by outside forces outside of Haiti. I mean, when you think of Haiti, people are like, oh, you know, say, you know, some bon moun qui only care about themselves and, you know, things of that nature. You have to really identify Haiti's in a survival mode. There's a crab in a barrel mentality, and even I'll kill you for what, you know, means, because everyone's in a survival mode. No one's been able to switch that off. And the reason why we provided coffee and rice and sugar to the entire world at one point. Our rice fields were burned down. Our coffee was taken from us. Our rice is now made in Arizona by the, you know, okay, we're not going to talk about who it's made by, but it's made in Arizona. And most people don't know that Madame Gougousse is not made in Haiti for real.
No, it's really not.
You know, and that's why the rice grains look like that. So you're not crazy. No. All jokes aside, you have these infrastructures that were set in place to dismantle the country. You know, we could take it back to 1804 and us liberating the Black people in this country and defeating the most powerful army of the world at that time. The reason why we say that proudly is because no one else could do it. And that is something to be proud of. And other slaves who heard of what Haiti was doing decided that they're going to revolt also. And what we did was we sent arms And we sent soldiers and we sent warriors. We even sent some soldiers here in the United States for the Louisiana Purchase, which is not just Louisiana. It's all the way up until Illinois, where it consists of 5 states now that we were able to purchase, from, what was it, the Spaniards? Was it the Spaniards? Whoever it was from. But all jokes aside, you have
the French.
Maybe it was the French. You're right. It was the French. So we went
Thank
over
you,
there.
audience.
We went over there and beat them too. So no, we then signed a treaty with France that put us in debt of a valuation of trillions of dollars. And then we go into, how the United States said, well, Haiti needs to be a democratic country and so on and what have you because of Papa Doc and Baby Doc and whatever. Oh, it's a dictatorship and so on. And I'm not a political person, but based on how the country was as far as how it thrived under the leadership of those 2 men outside of, the atrocities that, was under their regime. I'm just saying that there was like this no nonsense, this no nonsense idea with any outsider, any intruder that came in. They were to identify this is an intruder, they're a leech, or they're going to take advantage of us. We will not allow them to come. So they set the precedence, and that's why we were then invaded, and then the United States occupied us twice. And when they did occupy us, not only did they take away our goods, our agriculture, but even our, let's call it the judicial system or democratic system that we have in Haiti. It was not set up originally by us.
Right.
There are still, just the origination of what we set up is still there, but it's not the basis of what we started with. And I think that's where the root of the problem is the fact that we've experienced a number of intruders that dismantled the country. And because they did that, we've lost power. We have more oil reserves than Saudi Arabia. Who's controlling that? Those are questions we need to ask.
Not us.
We still have our rice that we can plant. We're still planting trees, millions of trees. There's multiple projects in Haiti where we're, because of deforestation based on the intruders, even, things such as our marble, that, our natural resources are being stripped away from us. Who's in control of our natural resources? So when we think of Haiti's issues, that's where I think it stems from. Now, as far as solutions, it's on the diaspora. That's what I feel. We set the precedence of how the world sees Haitians. That's why it's important to have chambers of commerces and organizations and platforms, media platforms, and other forms of entities that are educating our community and outside communities of who Haitians are and why it's important to celebrate Haitians. Celebrating Haiti and Haitians is not a Haitian thing. It's a Black thing. Because having of the force and the identity of the people that were able to defeat Napoleon's army is a superpower for you. And to reach every person that is of leadership, Haitian leadership, and to combine them with other Black leaders, whether they're Black American or of the diaspora deriving from Africa or other Caribbean and Black countries, that's a powerful thing. And it's by design that we are separated by caste systems, based on color, based on education, based on money, based on hair textures. Ridiculous. So we need to create a platform first where the Haitian diaspora leaders, and I'm not talking about the older generation, I'm talking about millennials.
Yeah.
The older generation are stuck in their ways, and to try to fix a tree that grew bent, it's gonna break. We don't want to bother them. Let's start there. Haitian millennials have a responsibility to shape the future of how the world sees Haiti. And there's a number of things that you can do. Join an organization that's already creating strides. I mean, yes, it's important to have the nonprofit organizations in Haiti and to do the orphanages and to open up, like these programs, the STEM programs, the art programs, all of those things are important. We still have to continue to contribute back to the country. But first, we have to have an infrastructure here, because that's our power move.
Mhm.
We have embassies all throughout the entire United States. How many times have you gone to one to meet those leaders that represent Haiti? We have to hold them accountable too. We don't need to give them anything, but they need to put us in a room so we can have these conversations.
Absolutely.
Now, reparations and things of that nature, I'm not here to debate it. Obviously, it's clear that, we just learned the Eiffel Tower and Citibank conspired. They
conspired. Yeah, I did see that.
They built the Eiffel Tower from monies that we were giving them.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I just read that. That's crazy.
It's important for us to hold them accountable. We're not going to go in there rah, 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 but there needs to be an intellectual conversation with the powers that be of ways that we can reverse what has been done. And maybe it's not, we're going to give every Haitian person and Haitian person of descent $1 million. Maybe the resources that are provided, like allowing asylum for Haitian people to go to France and to be part of your educational systems for free, and to work and get that beautiful paycheck every 30 days. And to have, month paid vacations and so on. They have a great system over there. They have great healthcare systems and so on. It's fine. If we can operate here in the United States, we can operate in France as Haitians from a Haitian perspective.
Right.
Especially there's a language that we can at least understand. Haitian people, it's just what it is. We would probably be a little bit more advanced if we had the same impact we had here in the United States as we did in Europe.
Wow. Rob, did she answer your question?
Yes. So I'm looking at Haiti as like the oldest child that is usually when you're first in line, you get hurt.
The worst.
You get the worst of the worst of it.
Yeah.
Haitians in the Hamptons.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it.
Sounds like a sexy event.
Yeah,
it is.
Haitians in the Hamptons, Joe.
Yeah.
It just has a nice ring to it, don't you think? It's an all-white joint too, right?
It's an all-white experience. It's taking place September 24th in Southampton at a private location. And the way that came about was through Black Women in Media. We just had a Juneteenth celebration. So we did Juneteenth in the Hamptons.
How was that?
And it was phenomenal. It really it was a bit scary, if we're going to be really honest. It was a bit scary,
Why so?
Bringing 400 Black people to the Hamptons.
How was the experience overall? The way you said it was like
400 black people.
Because all these Black folks.
When they see 400 people step into the Hamptons
we had to
dressed nicely, how was it?
We had to strategically take them there. So we got some charter buses, some luxury charter buses, put everybody in the charter buses, even though there was a whole bunch of folks that still drove their cars.
Okay.
And then we had two locations. The first was the Southampton African American Museum, where we did a complete tour where Haiti's history is actually in there as well.
Okay.
So we touch everywhere. Then we took everyone to Dune Beach, which is where the celebration took place. And we had an award ceremony and cigar and whiskey lounge and beauty lounge. It was an amazing experience. We elevated the community in a capacity where I feel that we were able to showcase that Black people, we understand wealth, we are luxury, and we can have these amazing experiences. And then a light bulb went off. We can do this for Haitians too.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
How much was the trip for the day? On Juneteenth.
Oh, the Juneteenth tickets?
Yeah, the tickets.
The tickets were $350 per person.
Okay.
Nice.
And who'd you guys honor?
We honored, the first honoree is Brenda Simmons. She is the founder of the Southampton African American Museum. The second is Dr. Jacques-Laguerre. She is a historian, and she sits on the historical board of New York State. So her job is to preserve landmarks that have a historical significance, and she's also a professor. And she's also the president of the Eastville Society, which is a prestigious society of over, I believe, 36 years in preserving Black, brown, and indigenous history in the Hamptons.
Wow.
In the East End, excuse me.
Gotcha.
So
Very
not
nice.
just the Hamptons. And then the last person was the trustee of the town of Southampton, which is why am I drawing a blank? The trustee of, so her name is Brown. So we honored the trustee of the
Good
Southampton
enough.
village, and she is making sure to provide equitable opportunities for Black people in the Hamptons, because most people don't know that Black people
Wow.
live in the Hamptons.
And Sag Harbor too.
Is one of the most
Yes.
historical
Cool.
Black
Yep.
communities throughout the entire United States, because it has one of the 4 Black beaches that Black people could swim in during Jim Crow.
Yep.
Yeah.
I learned that. I used to
Yeah.
work in Sag Harbor, so that's
Oh,
how I
wow.
learned. Yeah.
So you drove?
I would drive from Queens. This was my hustle days. Like I would literally drive from Rosedale and drive to stay there for the weekend and come back. Yeah, 2 hours, 2.5 hours.
Yeah. Oh my Lord. Jesus.
But I worked for B. Smith.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love her.
Yeah. Like she
was one of the first people that I honored with Black Culinary Expo. She is phenomenal.
Yeah.
I can't even talk about it.
Yeah. I mean,
So you know.
her husband. Yeah, everybody.
Dan.
Yeah, Dan. Like they drive around, and Dan was the one that said, do you know where you at? I said, yeah, I'm in the Hamptons. Like,
It's not a big deal.
It's not a big deal. Yeah, I just drove. And he was like, no, this is bigger than what you think.
Yeah.
And that's when he's the one that actually told me
more
like,
about the
more
community.
about the community and how
Yeah.
big
Sag Harbor.
Sag Harbor made an impact
Huge.
during that time. So
Yeah, and they even tried to like infiltrate the community and build condos and so on. And Dr. Georgette Greer Key, along with a few others, stopped that and made sure that Sag Harbor was now listed as a historical community where no one can touch it, and it remains and will remain intact. And you won't have outside developers coming in and saying, let's build condos in the Hamptons. You know?
Bravo.
Yep.
Is Haitian in the Hamptons going to follow the same format as the Juneteenth event?
No.
Okay, talk to us about it.
Yeah.
Yep.
So our event, as I mentioned before, it's on Saturday, September 24th. The guest will either ride in the charter bus or follow the charter buses, depending on your registration. The event is from 1 p.m. to 8 p.m. Once guests arrive at the location, is the first half of the event is our experiences. So 1 to 4 p.m. is the Haitian culinary tasting experience. So we'll have Haitian chefs, Haitian restaurant owners, Haitian culinarians, caterers, and even Haitian beverages, and wines and spirits. So the guests will immerse in that. And then we have the Haitian film showcase, where we will be showcasing Haitian short films, and highlighting that throughout the entire day. So guests will have a silent experience, and we'll do rounds and switch people out and so on. Another of our experiences is the Haitian Art Exhibit and silent auction. So we'll feature approximately 10 Haitian artists. Currently, it probably is going to be more than that because we weren't prepared for the amount of Haitian artists that would be interested in this event.
Wow.
Nonetheless, super excited about that. But the goal here is to have our professional support, these business owners and so on. Oh, and then the Timache, which is the Haitian shopping experience, highlighting Haitian professionals and business owners. So that's the first half. Then we go into the Tastemakers Banquet, which is similar to Dinner Blanc setup. Everyone all in white. And, the only thing is you're not carrying your own tables and chairs and linen and so on. We're bringing everything to you. Okay. We have 1804 Fiete by Sandy Pierre. She will be providing catering packages. Even though the culinary tasting is going to fill you up for the first 4 hours, you're definitely going to be hungry for the next.
Right.
And then we have... within that time frame, the 2 hours, 4 to 6 p.m., we have entertainment, we have an award ceremony, we have speakers, other forms of performances like dance groups and poetry reading and things of that nature. So it's really going to be an exciting time, especially during that the award ceremony. I don't want to mention yet, but we've definitely reached out to some phenomenal honorees. We're just working through the kinks, and I'll say some of the invited guests. I'll say
I was going to ask that. Share with us some of the
Wyclef, Jimmy Jean-Louis, Michael Brun, Maggie Lathan, Stella Jean, Garcelle Beauvais. It's it's gonna be nice.
That's what's up.
Very nice.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Well, we can't wait. You know,
you.
we're honored to be a part of it.
Yeah,
You know
I'm
what I'm
happy to
saying?
have you guys.
Yeah.
Better get your white tux, Zut.
Yeah, man. Yeah, getting my fresh whites.
Yes, no,
Figure
absolutely.
it
I
out.
mean, we want to come out. We're gonna have a red carpet. There's gonna be a VIP experience for our VIP ticket holders.
Mhm.
There are packages and amenities that are great to incorporate. We even have a decor company, Merlia Decor, who will be providing decor packages for those who want to hire her to do so.
Mhm.
We have wine and beverage packages because we know we like to pop our bottles. And after that, we just close out with a celebration and even a bal.
Oh, really?
Fun.
Nice. Very
Okay,
nice.
Yeah.
okay.
You doing
Cool.
cigar and whiskey in this?
Oh
one,
yes,
too?
we are. We're
You
doing
are?
cigar and
Cigar
rum.
cigar and
Cigar
rum.
and rum. Even better.
Yeah, cigar and rum. So we're gonna have a
Perfect.
cigar and rum lounge for our VIP men, and we're going to have a beauty lounge for our VIP women.
Oh, very nice.
I mean, this is top notch for the culture.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
this
yeah.
is well thought out plan. It's
Yeah.
gonna be like a beautiful. I mean, I already see it.
Thank you.
You know, it's not your traditional bal in a sense.
Yeah,
You know, like you're doing it different.
We have Alan Kavia confirmed as a performer. Riva Priscilla is coming on board. It's gonna be a phenomenal event. I'm really excited. I'm like, do I have to work?
Is Kaimi performing in? Let me stop.
Well, we were thinking of bringing on board a major band, but like you said, it's not like the concert and the bal experience.
Right.
This
Right.
is a different demographic. So
Mhm.
we wanted to bring forth artists who are still relevant, but other people may not know of, such as the Bilo and the Riva Priscilles and so on and so forth. But I mean, Alain Kavia can't get better than that. He's like the king of Haitian compas,
Absolutely. Yeah, yeah.
and
Definitely.
he's not the king. He could be the prince because there was before him, but
Right.
he definitely changed the trajectory of Haitian music, and I think it's important for us to identify that. So having him come on board is one of like my proudest moments.
That's what's
like,
up.
Very
they're like,
nice.
wait, you weren't excited about Dr. Bernice King, but you're excited about Alain Kavia. I was like, he's a big deal.
Nah, he's a big deal.
Yeah.
For sure.
Wow.
Yeah.
I
Well,
applaud you. That's
we applaud
big.
you.
Thank you.
What you're doing is great. We're happy that you came on.
Yeah. Thank you for having me.
Oh, no doubt. You are a superpower for sure. Especially within the
We
culture.
all are. We all are.
Definitely,
We don't have a
definitely.
choice. We have to be.
Definitely.
So, we are looking for support.
Mhm.
We're looking for more people to join us. I mean, this event cannot happen without our attendees. It can't happen without our partners. So we're still looking for more chefs, still looking for more vendors. And if anyone want more information, please, reach out to us at info@lihcoc.com.
Awesome. And let people know where they could check you out on social media.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. So I'm Judith Jacques, across the board on every social media platform, from YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. That's my home. I love LinkedIn.
Okay.
And the Long Island Haitian Chamber of Commerce has a page on Instagram and Facebook. And Black Women in Media, you can find that on all social media platforms, including our website, blackwomeninmedia.com, and my agency, ccmg.agency. So it's www.ccmg.agency for my communications and
Cool.
things of that nature.
And if somebody wants to become a member of the
commerce, purchase a ticket because it
Purchase a
comes with a
ticket.
free membership.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So we're not just having members within the rural area because digital marketing has changed everything. We need to have a directory that showcases Haitian businesses throughout. Because even though if Sac Passe is here, in New York, someone in Canada can purchase,
Right.
your branding material and so on. So I think it's important for us to continue to embody that community online.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Rob, is it time?
It's time.
It's time to get out the secret question of the day.
Oh,
I hope she doesn't get the Bezos. I mean, we've had that.
Yeah, we need to.
Probably just rip it and come up with a new question. All right, here you
the
go.
Bezos.
Don't worry about it.
Okay,
Let's just
okay.
hope if you get
It's an
it,
inside joke.
if you
Okay,
get
okay,
it,
okay.
you're gonna pick another one. Go ahead.
Okay.
Right, Joe?
All right.
He's like,
Everything that I touch turns into gold.
What you got?
Okay.
yeah.
Do you have any regrets?
Ooh,
that's
a good one.
That's a
That's a good
good one.
It's a good one. I don't have many regrets. But the biggest regret I had was listening to people. 23, I was fearless now, but I had to build that fearlessness back up. And between 23 and 35, I had to go through this journey where we had, people who thought that they were being supportive and they were giving unsolicited advice. They were depositing and sowing seeds of doubt. And it might not manifest at that exact moment, because I know when I first heard it, when I first started, I was looking at them like, you don't know what you're talking about. Later on in my life, when things didn't happen the way that I thought that they would, I was like, you know what, maybe everyone's right. And every single voice that I had in my head would stop me from being as bold and aggressive as I was from when I started. So I realized that, one, they don't know what they're talking about. No one knows what they're talking about, even if they did it before. They're not you. They don't have your skill set, your experience, your character, your DNA. Let's make it as simple as that. Right. And for them to tell you about something, whether they're educated on it or worse, they're not at all, and they don't even have an idea of what you're trying to do, do not allow those people to tell you that, you know what, what you're doing is wrong. You're not going to be successful. If it takes me 15 years to be a multimillionaire, I'd rather work those 15 years and then be worth millions than work 15 years at the same job and only get a $10 increase in my hourly pay. Mm-hmm. So we need to start changing the perception of what entrepreneurship is. It's a grueling journey, but it's worth it. So my regret, listening to people.
Chills.
Woo, that was deep.
Mic drop. Another mic drop.
Mic drop, man. Wow. A lot of mic drops.
This is
Boom.
A good question.
That was a great question.
That was a great question.
Ms. Judith, Jacques, thanks again.
Thank you so much for having me.
We really appreciate it.
This was awesome. And
this is awesome.
Yeah, and we'll come back after the Haitians in the
Hamptons,
and we'll talk about it.
Recap.
We'll do a recap.
Yes.
Sure.
And you guys are going to be on the red carpet. We have a media lounge too, so you guys are going to be, conducting interviews and so on. So yeah, I'm really excited.
Wow. We got to get a white tux. White tuck.
And if
Joe, you gotta wear white.
We have a Haitian celebrity stylist who's also a part of our event committee. So if people are looking for someone to style them and you want to show out, she's the one to do it. Her name is Esther Lamour. So yeah, we're building.
Fancy, very fancy. That's nice.
Rob, housekeeping items.
Housekeeping items. Team Sock Passe Podcast. Team Sock Passe Podcast. Subscribe, share, comment below. Subscribe, share, comment below. Thank you. Please subscribe again. I repeat, subscribe.
Yeah.
Once again, subscribe.
Yeah.
We say it all together. Subscribe. There you go.
Sponsors.
Thank you. Tenwa TV. We appreciate you. Thank you. Also, Sweet 1041. Thank you guys. Also, thank you, Roots of Brooklyn. We appreciate y'all.
Where can you find Roots of Brooklyn?
Rootsofbrooklyn.com. Rootsofbrooklyn.com on all social media platforms. And am I missing anyone else?
I think that's it.
Yeah, man. This is great.
This was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Thanks again.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Judith. Appreciate you.
No doubt. Team Sock Passe.
We out.
We out.